You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the A-List Dallas. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest A-List Dallas news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for the A-List Dallas.
Hello, 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 and welcome to...
You have to wait for the music.
No, we don't. Time's not wasting. Let's go. Let's go. We got people on the line. Let's go.
I can't talk over the honky tonk music. I'm not even sure what this is.
This is like Justified.
This is like rap. Oh, that's why I don't know what it is, because I don't
Kid
listen
Rock
to Kid
Cowboy.
There you
All
go.
right, for A-List Dallas guys, come on,
Yes.
get it together.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The only things I listen to are like Glee remakes of things, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Jackie did her nails for the show.
I did my nails. Okay, hello and welcome to the A-List Dallas After Show for episode 8. I'm your host Jacque Borowski, and next to me,
Cameron Marston.
across from me,
Natalie Vratney.
Kenny Harrison.
and in the booth.
DJ Jesse Janity.
And for everybody watching, I'd like to apologize for our delay. It was out of my hands, and I had to chat with the producers before getting on air. So, big apology here because we have some very special guests for you. We have two of the stars of the A-List Dallas, Ashley and Chase, with us. Say hi, guys.
Hi, y'all. How are you?
Hi. They're two of my favorite people.
They are
two
the
of my
stars.
favorite. They are the stars.
Oh, my God.
They're the hair of the
honey.
show.
Hi. How are you guys?
I know. We're good. How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Okay.
Well, my first question, I've been wondering this since I started watching the show, because I've only been to Dallas once, and it was for a wedding, and it was kind of in the outskirts of Dallas. So I know nothing about Dallas or the gay scene in Dallas, and we're all very curious.
Oh, do you really not?
What?
No, there's no people here.
That's what we keep thinking.
Really?
There's a lot more, Dust Bowl. It's really lonely here. No, seriously, it is. We love it in Dallas. We both live, I live in Uptown, and it's a happening place, honey. You need to get out here. And
I
think
do,
you get
apparently.
Was that really your question?
My question was, what is the gay scene in Dallas really like? Because we watching this show, and all of the parties, everybody's always saying how James's party was empty, and then this last episode, the speed dating was empty, and we were just wondering, is that an accurate portrayal of the nightlife?
Raise my hand. I cannot. My hand is.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I think that everything is much bigger in Texas than it really is, and when you go to New York, there are people everywhere because the spaces are so small. But in Dallas, I think that the spaces are much bigger, and you can kind of separate the masses of people, and our producers really like to keep, they don't like crowds, and they don't like to be out of control. So
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. And this is
you're wrong.
No, because here's the thing. Because, you're talking about, James, his stupid party. I mean, he can't fill a room. I can fill a room with party. And so whenever you're talking about,
Chase did throw the best party, I think, so far.
Yes.
You're
Chase threw the biggest party so far.
And James's party had a porch that they didn't even film out there.
Okay, I'm sorry. So all of his guests were on the porch when they were filming. That's what happened. So.
Well, you got ugly real quick.
He's right on it. We get ugly real quick.
Do you guys got cameras on you right now?
I know. I love it. So in that
My
last,
son and I love each other, by the way. She's like my sister. I love her to death.
Oh, we love your banter. We love that scene. It was like the second or third episode where you guys are tasting food together, and the banter you have going back and forth about the food. I was like in tears. I was laughing.
You can't tell me that like how sweet and soft Bambi is, and then ask me to eat her.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I asked this woman. I asked this poor girl. I just want you to try a piece of damn shrimp. That's all I care about. But no, you can't do that. You just kind of have to, embarrass me. It's fine.
Well, I'm sorry. I want to tell you.
But you're pretty. No, you're pretty. No, but you're pretty, and I love you. You wanted an accurate representation of the guests at the party, and that's what I was doing. I was being an accurate representation of one of your guests.
There you go. Ashley, this question's for you. Actually, in last night's episode, we see you pair up with Compassion 54 for this event. Now, how long, I mean, they said that they were new, and how long have they been around? Because it seemed to me like you basically ran things.
That's, okay. They were actually Project Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all hear that echo, or is it like just something going on in my brain right now?
We hear like a little bit of disconnect.
It's a little choppy, but no echo.
Yeah.
But you're fine.
You're fine. We got you.
Oh, it's just me. Okay, good. No, they were Project Africa, and then that charity ended up getting nixed because the owner was gay and had to kind of change the charity around, interestingly enough. And so now it is Compassion 54, and I've been with them for a year now, and they are still very new. I mean, it takes a while to get everything off the ground.
Right. Well, I thought that was a great idea, actually. I thought it was, I would have loved to have seen the boys be auctioned off, personally.
Oh, I was so excited for that. I wanted to do that.
I
so
know.
bad.
I would have loved to have seen that, but it was still fun. It was still fun to see the speed dating. And Chase, you go in for the kill.
Yeah, you need to teach a class on confidence
you went and
help
kissed
me
that
out.
boy. I was like, oh, I wish I had the balls to do that.
Jackie and I are going to go speed dating. We're going to try that out.
You kissed that boy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a speed dating event. Like, what do you want me to do? I mean, if you're going to, like, date somebody, you might as well know right up front what they, what they're like as a kisser.
I have to tell you, I agree.
He was a cute boy.
Yes, I completely agree, because we send emails to each other about the show and about things related to the show, and I found this email of these two people that had never kissed before, this video, these two people that have never kissed before, and they were getting married, and their first kiss looked like how a mama bird feeds a baby bird.
He was eating her face, pretty much.
Yeah.
He was eating her face, and I was like, after watching your episode, I was like, that's exactly why people need to test the waters. Exactly why. Because you don't want your wedding video to look like mama bird feeds baby bird.
Until you...
No, I completely agree. And, that was the saving grace of the dating event.
We also, when we first watched this show, the biggest comment we had was everybody seems to actually know each other, which for the A-List New York, it seems like more they picked out cast people and put them together. Who really knew who before the show started?
You want to go first?
Who, which cast members knew each other before you guys actually started filming? Like who actually is?
Well, I mean, it's funny. I think they're geniuses when it comes to casting, because we didn't all know each other at the beginning, but we were all connected in one way or the other.
Oh, okay.
So like I knew Levi before the show pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Levi obviously had a dating relationship with Taylor, bless his heart, and then he knew James, which that's a big mystery that no one really knows or cares about. But and then Ashley, I think she knew a couple people too. So we're all connected in a way, but we became a family actually pretty quick, and we got to know each other. And I love almost everybody. What I say.
That's great. You guys have Chase and I got really close actually before we started filming.
We did.
Yeah, and so that was a really easy connection for us, and we are very, very best friends. We both talked on the phone till like 3 in the morning last night.
And none of those phone calls ever involve alcohol.
Never.
Well, here's a question for you guys. Now, I'm assuming that you guys are done shooting. Is that correct?
Thank God, yes.
Okay. Now, okay. Since you guys the shooting wrapped, are you guys still close? Do you guys hang out, or
they were on the phone till 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I mean, not the two of them. I mean, do you still like? Is Philip in the picture?
We don't care. We don't care. Chase and Ashley are all that matters.
No, don't say that. You don't know Philip. You do. I will defend him. You do not know Philip. He's actually a really sweet guy. Like, he really, really is, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody.
I don't like him very much.
Well, I don't care. He
Ashley.
loves himself, yes, but he doesn't want to hurt anybody else. And I mean, that's not something you can say for every cast member. So, and I don't know. I hate how the show kind of only shows one side of him. He really is a sweet guy. Here's
the thing about Philip, and this is the truth. I mean, like, he's very different when he's around, a group of people. Whenever I hang out with Philip one-on-one, I love him. Like, I truly love hanging out with him because he's actually a very real person. I think he feels like he has to prove something every now and again when he's in a group of people. And so he acts differently. But, I truly
disagree. I think he's the same person in a group of people, in a box under a rock, like with a ham, like with the box.
Okay, well, I don't, here's the thing. I don't want to kill Philip when he's just one-on-one with me. There you go.
Okay.
That's why.
You guys gotta understand, as viewers, we only see what we're giving. So, and I don't know Philip, but I have to say that if I were to walk past him or encounter him in public, I've already assessed my feelings towards him. Just basically what I've seen on air.
But contrary to that, for me responding before, obviously letting them respond, but I think that this is why we have like all of these additions to the media that you see before you. So we were able to, right now talk to people and find out what isn't shown. And I know, Ashley, you blog a lot about what isn't shown and what you wish you could say, in addition to what we do see. So is there anything you guys would like to say about like what we don't see, or how you feel that people are perceived because of the ways of cut and editing and things like that?
Well, I've heard y'all speak about Levi before and that you don't like him, but he also is very, very charming. The first time I met him and the first time I met Philip, I didn't like necessarily either one of them. Like, I didn't dislike them, but I was like kind of turned off by him. But then, like, you get to know him, and Levi carries like this backpack that's like, it's got spikes, armadillo spikes on it. He stole a can I say this?
Oh, you already did.
What was that? What was it? It was like a life vest from the plane. What was that, Chase?
I don't
the life
know.
preserver in case the
plane crashes.
He's crazy, and he's so funny. Like,
he is funny.
He would walk into the room you're in right now and take all of your hearts and then walk away with them. He really is sweet. He really is.
So I want to jump on that one. And I think Kenny can agree too. We see that part of their characters, but us as gay men living in West Hollywood, which is not the Mecca, but which is a high-profile metropolis for gay men.
Gay.
I'm queer. Totally queer. And contrary,
you're gay. I know what you look like. You're the buff one with, like, you have darker skin, and you sit right next to Jackie.
Oh.
I was going to date with you.
Yes.
By the way.
I was getting a little excited. You were talking about me for a second.
Without outing everybody, every male on our show is gay.
And Jesse's rolling his eyes back there. But wait, so getting back to it. So we can see the character, well, I guess the redeeming parts of their characters. Unfortunately, for myself, speaking of Philip directly, I know that there's a good side to him, and I think some of that was brought to light with the conversation with his father and with the therapist, and that was very much appreciated. Unfortunately, all of that gets undone, whether he signed on for it or not. He saying those things whether it's edited or not, he comes off very catty, and we see that on a daily basis.
Right.
And those are the people that we want to punch in the throat. Christian or not, I'm sorry, Ashley. I get it that he's a good person, but unfortunately, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Right, and I think this is important to kind of point out, like, this is the truth. When it comes to the show and the producing and the producers of the show, they really showed us for whatever we wanted to be, whether that be true or not. And so, I know I am far from perfect, and they show every side of me. And the thing is, like, if you have a choice of what you want to show, and for Philip, I think he chose what he wanted to be on the show.
That's why.
So I understand.
We agree.
So that's his choice. But I do think there are some parts of him that I think he chooses to not show. And I wish he'd show more of it.
I agree, and I think also what's interesting for us to see is that initially, when I hear the terms gay and Christian and Republican all together, there's a huge turnoff just because of the stereotypes that come along with that. And I have to say that I never would have thought it in my wildest dreams, but the show like busts apart everything that you think, everything that you categorize about Dallas, about how Republican Christian people behave. And I have to say, Cam and I agree on this, that Ashley is one of the best examples of a Christian person I've seen, because you don't backstab anybody. You don't backstab anybody on the show.
God, that is so sweet of you to say. My mom is gonna cry.
We're very impressed, because it's like when we first watched, we were like, oh, the ball's gonna drop. It's gonna drop. It's gonna drop, and it never does. And I think that's what's so.
We haven't seen episode 9 yet, honey. No, I'm just saying. All I know is that I love the good Lord with my whole heart and soul, and like that's all I can do. Like I'm just gonna be myself, and I love God so much, and that's such a strong part of me, and I think that kind of is overflowing all the time, and also I think a lot of people mistake my joy and my happiness for being a dumb blonde, and that is also not true. But like I love God, and I love my friends, and that's all there is to it. That's it.
And this is why like Ashley and I are truly she's one of my best friends, and that's the truth. It's because we can disagree on a lot of things. We don't agree on religion, and we don't agree on politics sometimes, but it doesn't matter, because we truly love each other unconditionally, and that's all I ask for. And I think I've told you this before, Ashley, but she truly is a representation of what I believe a true Christian to be, whether I agree with it or not, and that's why I love her.
And I think Cam completely agrees with you on this. He's like making hearts and waving in the air.
Totally. Because that's exactly, Kenny and I have been friends for quite a few years now, and that's exactly what it comes down to, is that you can be yourself and you can have disagreements and you don't have to see eye to eye, but you as a human being take the time to listen and try and understand. You don't have to agree. It's like me with my partner. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like what you're telling me, but I try to understand. You're a human being, and some things resonate, some things don't. But at the end of the day, right. I think that Ashley, you're fairly consistent. I think on your blog, I put a comment. I don't always agree with how you go about certain things, but you have stayed true to form, and that's very much appreciated. And that's what you portray, and that's what I take home.
And I think
I love that.
I think that's what the mark of being a true friend is about, though. It's like you don't always have to agree on everything, but if you care enough about that person, it doesn't really matter in the end.
As opposed to other characters on the show who kind of stir the pot just to get a rise out of everyone else.
There's a lot.
Remain nameless.
Sure.
Well, and I think there's some youth issues. I mean, you guys know more. I don't hate Levi. I think he's a little creepy in the sense. There comes a point where sleeping around is a little bit much, but I think he's funny.
That's an age thing.
Is he always drunk? Can we just clarify if he's always drunk on the show?
Yeah, because wow, everybody picks on James. And I know there's something on your blog, but
you guys were all drunk during all the tapings.
We love it.
I mean,
we love it.
I think that everyone you know, I mean, everyone reacts differently when you drink, and you know, I think some people are more of an ass than others.
Yeah.
When they choose to drink, and you know, I think that's what you see a lot, and that's it is what it is.
On that note,
I have a question real quick.
Okay.
And this question's for Chase. What is your relationship with Taylor? I mean, have you always been at odds with each other, or because it seemed like in the beginning of the series you guys were okay, and then obviously something like the party with the pool thing happened, and that was. But it seems like whenever you guys get together, it's like, oh, I still love you, but it seems like there's still like this tension and friction. I mean, what is your true relationship with Taylor?
Well, how much time do we have here?
Hey, well, the other show ran our time, so I guess we can run. You know,
we apologize again. Sorry, you guys.
Yes, we're so sorry.
So if you'll notice, like when you see me and Taylor talking on the show, like I truly do try to make an effort to get to know him, and I've given him a number of chances to, on and off camera, and most of them being off camera, to get to know him and be his friend. And you know, I get slapped in the face every time, and so I just, you know, I actually, I mean, do you not agree?
No, I will definitely say that Chase has, for sure, tried so many times, and it's like I don't want to say anything. Like it's like yes, Chase has tried very hard, and he's done all he could. That's definitely true.
Yeah, and it just gets to a point where, I mean, I'm done now, and you know, I don't want anything else to do with the person. And I'm at a point in my life where I want to be surrounded by people that, you know,
don't make you feel crazy.
And he does that. And I want to be around people that love me and I love them. And I do not have time. You know, I know it's a younger cast. I know the New York cast is older, and y'all talked about that. But I mean, I'm the oldest cast member. I'm 28, and even at 28, I am at a point in my life where I don't have time for that anymore. Like I don't want to be around that kind of shit. And so, you know, if he wants to play a little game, that's fine. I'm not gonna play along. I think that's what makes him angry, and I think that's why you kind of see a little bit of hostility on the show. But you know, power to him. I just don't care.
I don't like that he. Never mind. No. I think it's so. I hate that situation. Like what I don't understand is someone who wants to hurt someone else. Like what? Like I don't understand why that would make someone happy. And
there's a lot y'all don't see. And I mean, going back to the question of what you don't see, I mean, like that is, you have no idea. But it's not fair for me to go off on it. There's just you have no idea. So I think
I will say that after we filmed our reunion show, what was it like last week? My husband told me not to say like too many times. So can we get that? No, but I told the producers, I was like, y'all, listen, we need to keep rolling right now because, like, if you want a season 2, you need to do it now because it's right now, is at this very moment, like the dates that happen tonight and stuff, it's starting to get very twisted. It's really starting to get really crazy.
Right. Bottom line, the cast are polar opposites, and that's me and Taylor, and, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I love the fact that I'm done filming right now, and he is not my life whatsoever.
And I think
how's that for an answer?
That's a great answer. That was perfect. That's just what we wanted. I think to follow up on that, I think contrary to what I said earlier about Ashley, and I think that's the one problem I have with watching Taylor on the show is you have someone saying that they're a Christian person and like he's in politics, so he's really trying to tote this Christian image, and I have a problem because the things that you see him do on the show are not what I feel are representative of what you would hope would be representative of the Christian community, and that is the thing that I find the most frustrating in watching him is that, you know, you're undoing the things that that particular community has tried so hard to build up.
Going back to Ashley, so me and Jackie had said it in I think it was the second episode, you know, we liked the idea of your Christian aspect, and I, in all honesty, said, well, I'm kind of poised and ready for the turnaround, like the skies turn gloomy and all of a sudden you get this wretched look on your face and you turn into this evil person, but you stay true to form. And the difference I think with Taylor is that it has a lot, for me, it has a lot to do with youth, and we, especially for people that tote that idea of Christianity and push it so hard, but yet, speak out of the side of their neck, and they're talking about having sex in a barn or whatever they may be talking about. With that youth, it's like a cloak, that cloak of righteousness. And I think after a while, it gets a little heavy for him, and he can't handle it. Whereas I think you've stayed consistently genuine. And I thought I was going to get the idea or the sense that you were talking down towards your other cast members when you were trying to help out, say with James per se, but I actually didn't feel that way at the end of the episode. And if that's editing, rock on. If it's not editing and that's just your natural character, even better. But I want to commend you on that. That is a hard role to keep going.
To be the person in the middle. I don't know how much you guys watch of the New York cast, but there was a fight in one of the early episodes of the New York cast, and Nyasha gets in the middle of two people swinging at each other, and it was just such a different reaction to see Ashley jump in between and be like, "Don't hit each other," versus seeing
this not hit a woman.
Well,
yeah,
a woman.
Well, I think
they
the
could
fight
not be more different.
Yes, exactly.
And I think
I grew up with two brothers. I don't care about that. That's silly. I'm not gonna let people just sit there and fight. No, I'm too controlling to let people be violent.
We were impressed though, because you're pretty small, and these two guys who are bigger than you jump at each other, and you step in between.
It was James and Philip, and they were fighting, and Taylor kind of backed out of the way, and you kind of stepped in, and I had your back on that one. I think that was very admirable of you. Not only as a woman, but as a person. Two friends fighting, you did your best to try to break it up. So.
You think about it. You look at it this way. Ashley got hit a lot more than Aisha did. She was
exactly.
out of caring for somebody, she was trying to help. And she did it out of compassion and care, and that's why I love her. I think Aisha's a bitch, but she's not.
I know, we do. Oh, I do too.
I agree with you on that one.
Well, following up to that, we actually. On air, I think, I can't remember, it was a long time ago, but we were mentioning how we would like to see the New York cast and the Dallas cast have a mashup meeting.
Oh my goodness.
I noticed that, Chase, you have pictures with TJ, who actually called in here once. Have you guys met members of the New York cast?
Yeah, I number one, I love TJ.
We love TJ.
I'm so jealous that you met him. I want to meet him so bad.
Oh my God,
He's
he
everything.
is so great. He is, and that night.
Dan Grant, his boyfriend, is everything too.
Yes, sweet boyfriend. And the night that we took that picture was actually the night that James had a charity event in New York. We were in New York taping our reunion special, and so it was me and TJ, Ryan, Riken, and Ashley and James, and we had the best night together. Yes, and we had the best night together, and it was I don't know, I think. Especially when Ashley and I get together, and then James is really a sweet boy, and we're all hanging out. I think he was kind of disarming for some of the A-list New York cast to come out and see us, and they warmed up to us pretty quick, and we ended up having a great night.
Well, that's great. I wish we could. I wish that was a show, mashup A-list Dallas, A-list New York, Real World Road Rules challenge off.
Oh God. That would get good ratings, I'm sure.
Chase, do you have a professional hairstylist?
And
this is a very important question.
Someone who dresses you in shorts. Hair and shorts.
All right, Chase, here it comes.
Let's
the girls
talk.
are going
You're a
for
professional
it.
hairstylist. I think you do have one though, don't you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That's a staple. Is your question, do I have a professional hairstylist all the time, or?
Just in general.
Can I just say that when we do events and we have to do hair and makeup, I am always the very first one, and Chase is always the very second one to sit in the chair because he takes the second longest. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we get extra time, but no, this is actually kind of serious, and I'm not trying to get too serious here, but my hair is not a laughing matter. Okay.
Oh no, we're not laughing. We were just wondering.
I don't like people touching my hair, and Ashley. I don't like it when Ashley. You do it on purpose, Ashley. I'm in my bathroom, and she tries to touch my God, it just pisses me off. And so I have not. No, I have not had. I've had one person cut my hair and style my hair for 5 years, and so. You know, I'm very sensitive about it. His name is Stephen Keith, and I love him to death. But it's I mean, what can I say? You know, it's true. And the higher the hair, closer to Jesus. And Ashley knows that better than anyone else with me.
That was one of my favorite quotes too, and I can relate to you, not because my hair is really not as fabulous as yours by any means, but I just don't like people touching my hair. So I don't like it though because I have like thinning, balding, greasy hair. So when people touch my hair, it looks more thinning, balding, and greasy, and it's just frustrating.
We're gonna work on self-esteem later. Thanks, guys.
But I had to ask because what?
Your hair is like another cast member on the show.
Yeah, it's a very important topic on the show. As is Levi's hat. I feel like it's like, you know what, like a superpower almost. Like if everybody had a superpower, like Ashley's would be her cute outfits, and yours would be your hair.
Ashley and her tutus.
Can I just say something about that?
Yeah, I wonder why you don't have your own line of clothes, because I have never seen anybody like you dress like they do in LA, and I've never seen anybody else on the show like all cute up when they go out.
Oh, good. Well, like I like things that are shiny and puffy and pink and just ridiculous. And that's not how I define good fashion. And not everyone does. But, you know, to each his own. But I will say one time you said something like, I'm like, Ashley, I'm going to glue. And you said the S word on my shirt. And at that very moment, I was gluing stuff on a corset for the reunion stuff. When I heard that.
I read it.
And what was your reaction?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to all my viewers that I have a potty mouth. I have a really bad potty mouth.
We love it.
And I'm trying really hard. I haven't said a curse word at all during this show, and that's an accomplishment.
I am not judging you. I'm just not going to say that word.
But I read in your blog that you were gluing stuff on your outfit for Chase's party, and it was still drying when you said it was still drying when you went out. And I thought that was hilarious because I grew up doing ballet and other things like that. So we would like sew our costumes together and then go out on stage, and it may or may not be dry.
That is bad time management. Ashley, wait. We saw the preview for next week. I have to say, I love you with straight hair. I love your straight hair.
Love your straight hair too.
I love your straight hair. Number one, because it's beautiful. No, gorgeous. But number two is because you don't touch it as much. Stop playing with your hair. I hate when girls play with their hair.
Oh my God, I'm playing with my hair right now.
See? Exactly.
So you guys are polar opposites. Chase won't touch his hair, and Ashley will touch his hair.
I love your straight hair. I thought that was sleek. That was hot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just like it crazy though. Like I want to be a lion. So that's
a lion.
Love it.
Lioness.
Or like I wish I was black, so I had a fro that's so
great.
That is the honest to God. Like I've always wanted the biggest, craziest fro ever.
Yeah, until you have it, and then you can't get rid of it.
Exactly.
Chase, do you have a spirit animal? If hers is a lion,
the wolf.
He's a wolf. Not the episode.
Oh, did y'all see the stuff I had in a couple of interview things?
I saw the clip that Ashley posted on your site too of the photo of you.
Yeah. Still of your wolf name.
Your wolf style.
I'm trying to bring the wolf back. So I'm trying to bring, the pretty gay on top, with the wolf scruff and the cub hair on the bottom, So it'll catch on.
It's very teen wolf, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I had a question about it and then my mind blanked out. Oh yeah, when are those shot? Those shot after all the episodes, or are they shot like during filming? I always wondered about that because everyone looks so different.
Yeah, they're. What do you think, Ash? We probably do like one sit down, maybe every week.
Okay, so the confessionals are like once a week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you look back, people are in different rooms, and sometimes their hair changes style. So we're like, when was this filmed?
Yeah. Last week.
Last week.
All last week.
How about you guys gather your thoughts and we'll go to commercial?
Okay, that sounds good.
Love it.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV. AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Warren and Seinfeld.
Okay, and we're back.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys caught
if we didn't
that.
have guests, I would say
I don't know if
something
you guys
right
caught
now.
that. I'm not gonna
Natalie has a
comment
question.
on our. Natalie has. We have, as you guys probably know, we have special topics on our show, and Natalie has a special topic question.
Hit it, Toots.
Chase, this question is for you. So watching or listening to your story about the relationship you have with your parents and how you don't speak to them, and it was played out on the show, knowing that you have a great relationship with your aunt and uncle is great, but have your parents, do you know their reaction to the show, or if they've seen it, or if you've even, spoken to them about it?
I don't know. They are, because I think it was back maybe in July or August, they came out with kind of like a pre-commercial and interviews on logotv.com and some other stuff, and they commented on that. Actually, my mother, when I was talking about being a fifth-generation Texan, a couple of days later, my mother texted me and said, "You're actually a sixth." So that made me know that she's paying really close attention. But I'm not in any contact with them, at all anymore. I'm actually changed my number yesterday. So, it's just, the show is actually it was a very frank experience, and I felt like I've even grown a lot from it, because it made me realize how close I really am to my aunt and uncle. So it's, I think I would do it all over again, just because of the fact that I've known how much I care about them and they care about me. But yes, to answer your question, I know they are paying attention.
Thank you.
Well, not to make or pass on that lightly, very commendable. And I think, Ashley, being the person that you've portrayed yourself to be, I find you very genuine. And for you, Chase, it is what it is, and you can create your own surrogate family. So
and it looks
I
like
commend
you.
you
It
for
looks
that.
like you have.
Yeah, definitely. Rock on, brother.
Yeah.
And your AfterBuzz family.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I really do.
Sometimes we all know this. Sometimes blood will take you down faster than anybody else. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Ooh, you always have the deepest things to say.
Oh, he's so deep.
You should read his emails. I had to look up his quotes.
My emails are like stupid jokes, and then his are like these long, in-depth emails. And I'm like, thanks for making me look like a schmuck.
I love that, though. I love that. It's good to get deep.
Your last one with Dorothy and the tornado, I was so confused. I was like, wait, Dorothy hopped on the tornado?
We like that the show is portraying, your struggles, because I think that helps viewers who have the same types of struggles to kind of connect with someone.
It took me actually 2 months filming to get to the point where I could talk about that, because it's not something that I talk about with anybody. And so, I kind of had to get to a point where I was okay with doing it. But, if you're going to do something like this, if you're going to be in a show, I don't want it to be all catty shit. I want it to be some meaningful stuff. And if there's any way that I can, maybe not help people, but realize that you're not alone and other people feel this way, then that's the best film in the world. That's what I want to do.
That is probably the best
there are so
reason.
many boys that are in that situation.
Yeah, that's
Well,
amazing, and we
yeah, we
commend
saw
you.
that when your conversation with Philip, and I think that was one of the highlights for me with Philip is that you kind of brought him up as like your little
and
brother.
mentored him.
Yeah, and you mentored him about his situation, and it made him realize that it is what it is, and a lot of families, a lot of gay men, a lot of gay people, period, go through that. So it was good to see like you open up, and we had this discussion last week about, what needed to be said.
And it got cut, just saying.
But
it was a heated discussion, to be honest with you guys.
Well, it was a heated discussion.
Story of our lives, Jacque.
I know, right?
But and for me, I didn't need to go into I didn't need to hear you go into detail about what happened with you and your situation. I get it. I understood it. However, some people might have needed more, but I think the push for me was that you opened up, whether it was just a little bit, but I got your message, and I think it was I think you put yourself out there, and I honestly think for people who are watching the show who could be in that same situation, you helped them, basically. Or you enlightened them.
Even if it's just one person, you've done God's work.
You've done your
so
job,
there you go.
exactly. Sorry.
Yeah, and exactly. That's what I said. If there's anybody that I could possibly have touched and made them feel like they are not alone, then I'm so happy.
Well, thanks you guys for being on our show. Do you have any last things to say before we cut to before we wrap things up?
No, thank you so much for having us. We love
Thank you guys for being patient and hanging on.
You guys are the best. We love you guys.
Love each other.
If y'all come to Dallas, give us a shout out. We'll give you a tour of town.
You guys will probably end up in LA first.
We're also going to hold you to that.
Yeah, we will hold you to that.
We're going to blow up your Facebook.
And feel free to call in anytime, guys.
You guys can call anytime. If you guys disagree and you want to tell Kenny off, it's all good.
Hey, I run my mouth too much, so.
Thank y'all sincerely.
Thanks,
you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.
Are we going to do
Fun.
news and gossip?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
News and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so in an interview for Vibe magazine, T.I. recently spoke in defense of Tracy Morgan's homophobic rant at a comedy club. T.I. claimed the response to Morgan's rant was an un-American, saying they're like, if you have an opinion against us, we're going to shut you down. That's not American. If you're gay, you should have the right to be gay in peace. And if you're against it, you should have the right to be against it in peace.
That article goes on and on, but
Kenny sent me that one. So.
Well, it's just we all
it's
know
just ignorant.
Well, it
like,
is,
seriously.
and basically, yeah. I mean,
here's my thing.
However,
he just showed ass. You don't like it, don't support him. There you go, done deal.
Basically, in a
Don't
nutshell.
watch 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Or listen to T.I.'s
Eras. Oh, that's even.
I was thinking about Tracy Morgan.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Well,
Jordan
T.I. was
Morgan.
supporting him, but
Next one.
All right, so two efforts threaten SB 48, the recently passed LGBT history law in California, which requires schools to add lessons about LGBT people and history to their curriculums. The committees behind the ballot proposals, the Committee to Repeal SB 48 and the Committee for Parental Rights and Education, have just started raising money. In the first proposal, opponents are trying to alter the law so that California school students don't have to learn about LGBT Americans' historical contributions. The second initiative that would allow parents to opt their children out of school instruction in social science and family life that conflicts with their moral convictions. Parents can already opt their children out of health lessons. The proposals come at a time when Equality California, a key SB 48 sponsor, has been weakened by leadership and financial troubles, and appears unprepared to protect the legislation. The new law is set to take effect January 1st.
That was a long statement.
that was basically a really long.
Catch your breath, Jesse. Catch your breath.
I have one thing to say about that, though. I just feel like if you don't want to learn about history, things that actually happen in history, take your kid out of school, like, and homeschool them, because that's like cutting cutting out giant portions of history that, you know, some of it might not be so happy or have happy endings, but you have to learn all about history to be able to.
Here's my thing. I hated history. I think as a younger generation, we should focus more on mathematics and speaking proper English and spelling correctly. And then when you get to college, you want to learn history, rock on. But everything else is all gravy.
There's proper English in history. Okay. All right.
That's just my opinion.
I failed history, so
we're
I
ready
can't
to
say.
go.
Wait. So wait, real quick. So I am officially a victim of a hate crime.
No.
Yes.
Was it a viewer?
Kenny. Oh, what? That's right. And I don't mean to make light of it, and it can't be specific to a homosexual hate crime, but Kenny wasn't there when it happened.
I didn't do it.
He did. Me and my roommate and my best friend was visiting from Hawaii, and we took him out this weekend, and we went to a circus disco, which is on Santa Monica and Las Palmas, and we were crossing the street, and we had turned because we saw a beautiful specimen of a man walking past us. Unfortunately, I was the last to turn my head back around, and when I did, I got whacked in the leg by something, and I had no idea what it was. And I looked down, and somebody had thrown a raw egg at our little group. And I still have the marks on my leg for it. My friends thought I had stepped on something until my roommate realized that he had raw egg all over his jacket. Walking further down the street, we noticed that there were more eggs along the wall.
Was this in West Hollywood? I can't
Well,
remember where.
it's considered Hollywood.
This is
It's the edge of
Hollywood.
West Hollywood. But so, and it's a well-known, it's the biggest gay club in the nation. It's a regularly gay club. It's not just like a theme club. And so it's a gay area. People know it's a gay club, and it's gay men all the time. So I'm officially the victim of a hate crime, and I might have to go see a psychiatrist and take some time off of work for this.
Okay, yes.
Or just bring eggs with you and
saying.
toss them at the person.
Well, if I had known
now.
see, that's the thing. If I had known who it was, I have no problem standing up for myself. But then I have to say, was it really a homosexual hate crime, or was it just a hate crime and I punch you in a different place as opposed to punching you in your throat?
Right.
You know, and you never know. You never know. It was just.
I mean, it's an
I was in
area
shock.
that, yeah, if you're on a way to a gay club, you feel safe. Like, you feel like I'm in my zone. I'm okay to be me.
And I feel like I can defend myself, but it sent me through emotional roller coaster of what if it wasn't me and it was a friend of mine who I know can't defend themselves. What would it feel like for them? I was in shock. I was like, wow, this really happened. So I can imagine if it was somebody who felt like they couldn't defend themselves, and that kind of tunnel that they fall into, like, wow, I don't want to go out anymore, and that invasion of your personal space. And I was like, wow.
Because the first time is an egg, the next time could be a bullet.
Yes,
or
exactly.
some, well, I guess a bullet would be worse, but, yeah, that sucks.
Just be on the lookout for raw eggs.
Yeah, if you're outside, yeah.
Going to the circus.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Straight hair.
We predict that Ashley will have straight hair in the next episode.
And something involving twinks.
And I'm going to get hit by a raw egg.
And bears.
The
Oh
end.
my.
The end.
The end. Bye.
Thank you guys for calling in, Chase and
Thanks for
Ashley.
Jason,
calling
Ashley,
in.
yes, thank you guys.
Sorry if you heard my sniffles.
And if you can get
On air.
the others to call in, that would be great.
No, just you two. That's
No.
fine.
I got words for...
Kenny wants to talk to Philip.
No,
Kenny
I have
wants
questions.
to talk
I
to
have
Philip.
questions.
Black on black crime.
I have questions. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.